Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 4 of the 31 Days of Horror. DBougie86 here again. Now, the film I got for you guys today is a film from 2013. It's directed by Ivan Zuccon, and it goes by the title of The Wrath of the Crows. Yes, if you don't know about this film stars Scream Queens Tiffany Shepard and Debbie Rochon, of course, who starred in numerous films together and actually got their career started around the same time. So very was curious about this one because I heard a lot of interesting things about this one. So pretty much the plot of this one, I'm not going too crazy into it because this one's kind of a hard one to not spoil, you know what I mean? I don't want to really give away the gist of what's going on to it. But pretty much we end up into this setting with this really grimy looking prison setting where we're introduced to all our prisoners, and there's like a few guys and a few girls, including Debbie Rochon, who's Debbie in the film. Ironic because her name's Debbie, you know what I mean? But pretty much what ends up happening is they get chosen, and there's ways of surviving in this prison, and there's no escape, but there's ways to get out of it. And one of the ways is with the white, where you get a chance to run away. Like tie these cloths to your prison cell to know it's your turn. Then there's the red cloth where you could execute yourself, and then there's the black cloth, which is life imprisonment forever, for eternity. So it's kind of interesting in that aspect of how they do that. But unbeknownst, the prison guards use their torture and pain and punishment to the prisoners. And then we're introduced to our character, Princess, who's played by Tiffany Shepard. As we introduce to her, she's very mysterious, and she's wearing a coat made out of crow feathers. So the other prisoners are there's something up with this girl, because they all have an infatuation with her when she first arrives to the prison. And then we find out some interesting things about her as the film progresses, and she might not be what she seems to be at first, and it's pretty much the mystery of finding out what she is and why they're in this prison. That's pretty much the main plot of it without going too crazy into it. Now, my thoughts on the film. Really interesting, grimy looking film, I have to say. The cinematography is actually really good in this film. It has some great camera lighting and angles and stuff. And I gotta say, some great atmosphere, especially in the nighttime shots of this film. And just the atmosphere in general with the prisoners and the tension rising between them and the psychosis of the prisoners is very engaging in this film. Acting's pretty good for what it is. It's very from good to average acting. I say Debbie Rochon's this is actually one of her better performances, the way that she portrays her character in the film, and the way her character develops in the film also. And then we have Tiffany Shepard, who actually steals the show, and she's just really good. She's doing scene stealing, chewy lines and stuff. It's really great in her character, especially the way that you're engaged with her character, especially what she's wearing and stuff in the film. So it's nothing but you have to stare at Tiffany Shepard because she's a beautiful woman, you know what I mean? But yeah, the story is kind of engaging, and the way that the story goes had my surprise, especially with the ending. If you watch the film, watch it through the credits, because there's actually extra stuff after the credits. All I'll give away. But really interesting film, I have to say, especially with character development and with psychosis of characters. And there's some good scenes of gore and stuff in this film. There might be, I think, don't hold me to this, but the way I noticed it was there was a few CGI blood sprays. But it doesn't really bother me with these type of films, because it has a good mix of practical blood and gore and stuff in this film also, which I actually did enjoy this for what it was, especially with that aspect of some of the gore stuff that they do show in this film. And there is crows in this film. They don't really do much. They're just there to add like tension and atmosphere to it. And I kind of liked it didn't go that way, because from like the cover of this, it kind of looks like it's going to be like a Killer Crow film. But it has a lot of things to do with like characters and like redemption of the characters and complaining for their sins, which uh, dwells with like going into the past of each character and uh, seeing what they did and how they got to this point in their lives, pretty much. So it has that going to it, and great like surrounding like musical score, and just some oddball characters too. Like there's one guy named Spoon, that's all I'll give away, that's very odd, and we find out his story too. So yeah, I highly enjoy this. If I had to rate Wrath of the Crows, I'm gonna give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. I really did enjoy this film. Really awesome stuff. If you haven't seen this yet, I highly recommend this. Not a perfect film because of like I said, the CGI sprays and stuff, but it didn't really bother me viewing the film too, because of like all the like the good practicals and some of the cool characters and the way the tension of the characters' development. So I highly enjoy this. 8.5 out of 10 for Wrath of Crows. Awesome stuff. Alright guys, that's it for day 4. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back tomorrow as usual, guys. Peace out.